Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. If you've followed along with part 1, you're almost there. Now let's finish it off and make this dish even more amazing. Fusion of udon and tempura. So how did udon and tempura come together? The pairing wasn't immediate but evolved naturally as both foods grew in popularity. By the Edo period, udon was already a well-loved dish, and chefs began experimenting with adding various toppings to enhance its flavor and texture. Tempura, with its crunchy exterior and savory inside, proved to be the perfect match. The dish likely began with tempura being served on the side as an accompaniment to a bowl of udon and broth. Eventually, the practice of placing the tempura directly atop the noodles gained traction. This integration allowed tempura to soak up some of the hot, flavorful broth while still retaining a bit of its crunch, creating a satisfying bite that captured all the best elements of Japanese cuisine: simplicity, balance, and seasonality. Today, tempura udon is a staple in Japanese households and restaurants alike. It's celebrated throughout the country, with endless variations depending on the region and the chef. Whether it's a single, perfectly fried shrimp gracing the bowl or an assortment of vegetables paired with the noodles, the combination of udon and tempura remains a testament to Japan's ability to adapt and innovate while honoring tradition. How tempura udon is made. The beauty of tempura udon lies in the careful preparation of each component. From the springy udon noodles to the golden, crispy tempura and the comforting broth, every step plays a crucial role in creating this iconic dish. Let's break it down into manageable parts to understand how it all comes together. Preparing udon noodles. Udon noodles are famous for their soft yet chewy texture. Achieving this perfect balance starts with properly boiling the noodles. Bring a large pot of water to a rolling boil. Udon needs plenty of space while cooking, so use a generous amount of water. Add the noodles to the boiling water without adding salt. The noodles already contain salt. Stir gently to prevent sticking during the first minute. Cook them based on the instructions, usually 8 to 12 minutes for dried noodles or about 2 to 3 minutes for fresh or frozen ones. The key is to avoid overcooking since udon should retain its trademark bounciness. Once cooked, drain the noodles and immediately rinse them in cold water. This step stops the cooking process and washes away excess starch, preventing clumping and enhancing their springy texture. This quick rinse ensures you have perfect udon noodles, ready to absorb the broth and complement other ingredients. Perfecting tempura. Getting that light, airy, and crispy tempura coating is all about paying attention to detail. The batter and frying process are where most of the magic happens. Prepare the batter, mix cold water, all-purpose flour, and a beaten egg in a bowl. Keep the batter slightly lumpy. Overmixing will develop gluten, leading to a dense texture. For an ultralight batter, use icy water or even add a few ice cubes to the mix. Choose ingredients. Tempura typically features shrimp or vegetables like sweet potatoes, zucchini, or mushrooms. Make sure everything is sliced evenly for consistent frying. Coat and fry. Heat neutral oil, such as vegetable or canola oil, in a deep pan to about 340 to 360 degrees Fahrenheit, 170 to 180 degrees Celsius. Quickly dip your items into the batter, ensuring a thin, even coating, then gently place them into the hot oil. Fry in small batches. Overcrowding the pan drops the oil's temperature, making the tempura greasy. Fry in small amounts, turning each piece for even cooking, and remove when golden and crispy, usually 2 to 3 minutes. Drain excess oil. Let the tempura rest on a wire rack or paper towel to remove excess oil. This keeps them light and avoids sogginess. Fresh tempura should have a delicate crunch without feeling heavy, a hallmark feature of this dish. Making the broth. The dashi-based broth is the heart of tempura udon. It's simple to make but incredibly impactful in flavor. Start with dashi stock. Combine a piece of kombu, dried kelp, and water in a saucepan and heat gently. Just before it boils, remove the kombu to avoid bitterness. Add katsuobushi, bonito flakes, allow it to simmer briefly, then strain. This creates the umami-rich base that defines Japanese broths. Season the dashi, add soy sauce, mirin, and a touch of sugar to the strained stock. These ingredients balance the broth with salty, sweet, and slightly savory notes. Simmer and adjust. Let the broth simmer for a few minutes to meld the flavors, adjusting the seasoning as needed. The final broth should taste light yet full-bodied, a perfect counterbalance to the heavier tempura. Once prepared, keep the broth warm but not boiling until ready to serve. Assembling the dish. Bringing the components together is where tempura udon really shines. Each element contributes to the final presentation and taste. Place the noodles, add the cooked udon noodles to a large, deep bowl. The noodles should form the base, ready to soak up the broth. Add the broth, ladle the hot broth over the noodles. Make sure the broth covers the noodles but doesn't drown them. This keeps the proportions balanced. Top with tempura. Arrange the tempura on top of the noodles or set it to the side if you want to keep it crisp for dipping. Popular choices include ebi, shrimp, tempura, or a mix of vegetable tempura. Garnish. Finish with sliced green onions, a sprinkle of shichimi togarashi, Japanese 7-spice blend, or a small piece of yuzu peel for a burst of citrusy fragrance. When served hot, the broth envelops the noodles, while the tempura provides crispness and contrast. It's a dish that feels both hearty and elegant, perfect for any occasion. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.